But it turns out we also like to create and we like to share. And it's those two things together, right? Ancient human motivation and the modern tools to allow that motivation to be joined up in large-scale efforts that are the new design resource. And using cognitive surplus, we're starting to see truly incredible experiments in scientific, literary, artistic, political efforts, designing. We're also getting, of course, a lot of lolcats. Right? Lolcats are cute pictures of cats made cuter with the addition of cute captions, and they are also part of the abundant media landscape we're getting now. This is one of the participatory models we see coming out along with Ushahidi. Right? Now let us stipulate, as the lawyers say, that lolcats are the stupidest possible creative act. Right? There's others there are other candidates, of course, but lolcats will do as a general case. Right? But here's the thing. The stupidest possible creative act is still a creative act. Right? Someone who has done something like this, however mediocre and throwaway, right, has tried something, has put something forward in public. And once they've done it, they can do it again, and they can work on getting it better. Right? There is a spectrum between mediocre work and good work, and as anybody who's worked as an artist or a creator knows, it's a spectrum you're constantly struggling to get on top of. The gap is between doing anything and doing nothing. Right? And someone who makes a lolcat has already crossed over that gap. Now, it's tempting to want to get the Ushahidis without the lolcats, right? To get the serious stuff without the throwaway stuff. But media abundance never works that way. Freedom to experiment means freedom to experiment with anything. Even with the sacred printing press, we got erotic novels 150 years before we got scientific journals. Right? So rather than focus right now, so before I talk about what is, I think, the critical difference between lolcats and Ushahidi, I want to talk about their shared source. And that source is design for generosity. Right? And this brings me back to the lolcats and to Ushahidi. This is, I think, the range that matters. Both of these rely on cognitive surplus. Both of these designed for the assumption that people like to create and we want to share. Here is the critical difference between these, right? Lolcats is communal value. It's value created by the participants for each other. Communal value on the networks we have, right, is everywhere. Every time you see a large aggregate of shared publicly available data, whether it's photos on Flickr or videos on YouTube or whatever. This is good. I like lolcats as much as the next guy, maybe a little more even. But this is also a largely solved problem. I have a hard time envisioning a future in which someone is saying, where, oh, where can I find a picture of a cute cat? Right? Ushahidi, by contrast, is civic value. It's value created by the participants but enjoyed by society as a whole. The goals set out by Ushahidi are not just to make life better for the participants, but to make life better for everyone in the society in which Ushahidi is operating. And that kind of civic value is not just a side effect of opening up to human motivation. It really is going to be a side effect of what we collectively make of these kinds of efforts.